Hey y'all, someone hit me up on Instagram. Shout out to everybody that's been hitting me up on Instagram. Don't forget to check out the Dialysis Diamonds Instagram and not just the I'm Ebony Instagram. I'm Ebony is my personal. Dialysis Diamonds is specifically tailored to what I do with dialysis in the dialysis world. Anyways, someone hit me up on Instagram and they were asking me questions about home hemo, if I know anything about it or if I work in it. I haven't worked in it yet. Honestly, I don't know if I want to because I like being off during the week and sometimes I have that availability or just I'm able to be off during the week when I am scheduled. But the most I know about home hemo is that a tech can work as a home hemo tech. Basically, you know, if it's someone that has a fistula or a graft, but a tech won't work as a home hemodialysis technician to a patient that has peritoneal dialysis. So that's what I know, and I know the schedule is mainly like Monday through Friday, like a 8 to 5 or something like that. Versus with chronic hemodialysis in the clinics, it's more so Monday through Saturday. The patients are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or TTS, and which is Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And I've been at clinics where starts as early as 5 in the morning to as late as like 6 or 6:30. I say that to say they said something to me about, and not in a bad way, but they said something to me about, you know, they want to move, they as in companies or the healthcare world or whatever, wants to move a lot of patients into home hemo. Well, my comment was, they can try. They do really push for home hemodialysis, but y'all, it will never not be clinical hemodialysis. Why? Because patients are, they want to come in like it's a job. They want to come in, get their dialysis, and go home and live their life, go to work, and not have to think about dialysis outside of the clinic. They don't want to stick themselves. They're afraid of needles. They're afraid of the needles most of the time when we stick them. They unfortunately are unsanitary, knowingly or unknowingly, intentionally or unintentionally. So they can be unsanitary. They can be dirty. Some of them are homeless, guys, and it shouldn't be, because, you know, you have a social worker and there may or may not be resources in the city that they live in. I know that the clinic that I was a permanent tech at one point, there were a couple patients that were homeless, or just like, I hate to say it, but you can tell when they took a bath or did it or were able to. And I'm not talking about nursing home patients, because that's not their fault. I'm talking about patients that actually have a home or trailer or whatever they live in. It's a spot where they can take a bath. But anyways, you could tell. So it's like, there will always be clinical chronic hemodialysis, because it's healthcare. We've had patients that come in where their catheter has come out, and where do they come? To the clinic instead of the hospital. Now, where do we send them? To the hospital, because the clinic does not carry the doctors necessarily or the equipment to put a catheter in. Like, it's not that type of clinic. It's legit made to put patients on these dialysis machines and safely, get them off or whatnot. But anyways, I just wanted to say that in case anyone was worried or wondering. Now, go ahead and get you a home hemo job now, because there's always going to be home hemo as well, because there's some people that don't want to be in the clinics. Another reason, I just almost forgot, that people don't want to do home hemo is because of the space. Like, patients that have done home hemo that I've talked to, they talk about the amount of space that the equipment takes up. Most people don't have a lot of space like that, especially not for that type of equipment, and it has to be stored properly so that it's not contaminated. Also, I've had patients tell me how like it was too much for their families as far as like seeing them be stuck or taken care of or sticking themselves. Like it was too much on their marriages. It was too much on their relationships. So they would rather come in the clinic and get their dialysis and just roll out and call it a day until the next time to come in. So that's it. I just wanted to say there will always be clinical chronic hemodialysis.